Oh, live chat. I always forget to put live chat. Hey, Mel. How are you? I just came from church and I thought I'd call up everyone, see what's going on. How are you? Oh, church was good. Sadie, what are you doing? My chihuahua's moving around over there. What just happened? Wait a minute. Hmm? Oh, I think it was a text. That's okay. How is Jamaica? There was a lady, I don't follow her, so I don't know the name of her channel, but twice now she's popped up on my feed. She's from Jamaica. And yesterday, I think she popped up, and she had another lady on her phone with her on speaker, and she was really upset about Jamaica. Hey, Angela. Monster. Oh, Jamaica's hot. Well, in my part, Texas, I don't know if you know that Texas is really big. In every part of Texas, the weather is different. South Texas, like maybe you've heard of Houston and Galveston, down there it's very hot and very humid because they're close to the Gulf. I am north central Texas, and right now we're in, our temperatures have dropped. Like, in the morning it's in the 70s, and then in the day it gets to the 90s, which is a nice difference from 105 and 108, because that's what it was during the summer. Now Sadie's gonna unplug the phone. And we're going into like the rainy season, if we get rain, where we've been getting like little showers. We really need a good downpour. Oh, Houston? Houston is almost 5 hours from me. I've never been and I'm not planning to go, but I have friends here that are from there. Oh, you're getting some rain too. Yep, that lady, boy, was she hot under the collar about Jamaica. And I don't know what happened to this other guy. Now, I had subscribed to him, and I was following him pretty regular. He's from Jamaica, but he married a lady from Florida, so they're living in Florida. His name was Shane. And he used to do some cooking videos of Jamaican food and talk about Jamaica, but I don't know what happened to him. I think he battled with depression. One time in one video, he broke down crying. It was really sad. I tried to encourage him, and then he kept making videos. I don't think his wife cared for him making videos. She didn't ever want to be in the video, which is fine, but you could hear her in the background. Oh boy, sorry. That's Monster. You could hear her in the background kind of complaining about him making videos, so he might have quit, He has to live with her, we don't, so who knows what happened. It is funny how uh, dogs have their routine, isn't it? Now, Monster, when I came home from church, both of the dogs went out and went potty. Sadie's already in her bed and under her blanket. Monster will be up and down on this bed probably until I'm done this video. She does it all the time. If I wasn't making a video, she would be up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh, you're still plugged in, so that's good. I had a busy day. Tomorrow, I don't think I have anything to do. But today, boy. Monster. Who knows what she's doing? Hey, Cindy. Monster, you're getting up. I had a nail that was wanting to come off earlier today, and I should have taken the nail clippers, and I didn't. I just ripped it off, and now that finger is sore, and it did bleed a little bit. Oh, okay. Thank you. Wonder where that other drawer is. One day I might go through those drawers. I might do a video cleaning them. So many hooks over there. I think she's settled down now. Let's see what this stuff is. This is made tea. I still trust you, Lord, 'cause you're able to guide me through. Just what to do. What is all of this stuff? I still trust you, Lord. So let me hold to your everything's falling. 'Cause you've been so faithful to me. Don't need that. A cluck a day keeps the doctor away. That's about barred rock hens. What's going on, people? What is going on? What is this? This is a bunch of papers that I'm gonna really have to go through tomorrow because it's kind of late. I don't know what this is. Oh. Whoa. Oh, boy. Now let's see. That's no help to me. Hey, Darcia. Thank you for coming in. I'm just home from church a while ago, and now looking through a stack of papers and pictures. Look at this picture. Can you see that castle? That's when I was in Puerto Rico. That's El Morro. El Morro. Digital wait list. What is this? I don't think I need that. Could you see it? And those, you walked all that way to that castle. And then you could walk around. I have other pictures. And let's see. The top here, you could sit by it. I have pictures of that somewhere. I don't know how this picture got out. I don't know really where all these papers came from. What is this? Minnesota. What is this? I don't know. So I just came from church a while ago, and then I thought I'll call you up. Then no one was in here, in the chat I mean, so I decided to go through this stack of papers. Look at this. These are my friends in Michigan. They have Dalmatians. Can you see that? And my friend's husband does photography and makes these cards and sends them to me for my birthday and for Christmas, and always a nice letter inside them. Oh, oh, Zach is here. Oh, hi, Zach. Oh, yeah, the Dalmatians. Oh, I don't think I want to tackle this. Don't think I want to tackle this package of papers. I'm really not making any kind of progress. Now, this is a receipt from 2 years ago from the veterinarian. Why did I keep it? Why did I keep it? I don't know. Something just told me that I should, though. No, I said hi to you, Zach. I said hi. That's a pattern, half of a pattern. I don't know where the rest of it is. What's this? This is trash. How does, paperwork and junk mail takes up so much space, doesn't it? And I don't have a shredder. And this has some personal information on it, like Medicare number. I'm gonna be too tired to... Oh, my glasses? Thank you. I actually need to get new ones. I just went to the eye doctor last month, I think. And the prescription has changed, but I'm gonna keep the frames. But I don't have the $100+, almost 200 for the lenses, so I'm still wearing these. She said I can still legally drive with this prescription, so I just disturbed Monster. I know, too much paper. And I really let things stack up over here. Now, what is this? Frozen. I don't know. Oh, I know what that is. That, that I better hang on to. Oh, I was looking for that the other day. That's a letter from a friend, a longtime friend. I want to keep that. This is the problem. I keep everything. Let me see when this letter was written. If my friend put a date on it. Nope, no date, but I can tell you, probably last year. And I hung on to it. Because I'm sentimental, I guess, that way. Okay, that. Humana Insurance has a supplement card that paid the extra fees for mine. It pays for... Oh. I got mixed up with some kind of insurance last year that paid some towards the glasses, but started taking my doctors away. So I said, forget it. I need my doctors. Oh, now I need to keep that. Oh, man. You should see the pile I got over here. Oh, take care, Darcia. Darcia leaving? Oh, yeah, early day. Okay, Darcia. Today has been a busy day. Whew. You want to see this? I've showed it before, but while it's right here, look at this yarn bowl. This yarn bowl came from John Boy. Remember John Boy? He sent me that. I just found a sticker. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Psalm 61 and 2. Lead on, Jesus, lead on. Oh, I'm not going to get mixed up again with no kind of advantage or anything else they're offering, because that was terrible. That guy lied to me. We went through all of my doctors and all of my medication before I agreed to get hooked up on that mess. And he said, oh, yeah, this one is in the network. Everyone's in the network, everything. And little by little, I go to make an appointment with the neurologist, and nope, not in network. Go to make an appointment with the primary doctor. Nope, not in network. You have to go to one of these doctors that's in that Advantage plan. No, I'm not. And then they said that I couldn't get out of that Advantage plan. I said, listen, I'm getting out. You don't know me, but I'm getting out. And I got out. Because my neurologist, with the brainstem disease I have, and the spinal cord disease, and the bone disease, I'm not starting over again with a new neurologist unless the one that I have dies or moves. Then I don't have a choice. But I'm not going to have the government tell me that I got to move over to another neurologist. When I've had this one 13 years, he knows my body. He's just so kind, and he's not a pill pusher. He takes time when I have an appointment to listen. No, I'm not going to get mixed up in none of that mess. And that's what it is, a mess. That was, I can't tell you because I just ripped up the paper. Oh, Aetna. Aetna was what it, I don't mind calling it out because they lied to me. Terrible. Now, I'm thinking, how do you think about this? Or what do you think about this? One day, hey, Joe, I just came from church a while ago, and then I decided I'd call you up. But I have there on my bureau about this tall plastic Sterilite thing that has 3 drawers, but I can't find the third one. So it has 2 that are chock full that I can't even close the middle one. And it has, I can see right here, it has some pens and stickers and some crochet hooks that don't belong in there, a measuring tape, an address book that's falling out, a dollar bill I see, And I'm thinking one day to do a video of cleaning out that and organizing it. What do you think? Not tonight, because let me tell you, I'm ready to fall asleep. It was a busy day. Um, but I need to organize those drawers. I need to clean them out. There's probably papers in there that need to be thrown out, just like what I just did with you here. I went through a stack of papers. And I also, on top of it, I have a case that has all different size crochet hooks that I need to go through, because some of them I really need to keep because they were ones that were that people in my family used, so I want to keep those, and I know which ones those are. But there's other ones that I've gotten from I don't know where that I don't use and I'm not going to use, and I need to think of something to do with them. But I really don't need to have all that many crochet hooks. Okay, Joe, I hope everything goes good. I really do. I really, really do. And do you know, I still cannot find my... Okay, good night. I still cannot find my glasses that I lost. I misplaced. Was it 2 years ago? I still can't find those. I mean, when you live in a trailer, I still think I threw them out by mistake. I think they fell in a bag, and that bag was trash, and I took it out to the dumpster. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's really what I have felt all along, is that by mistake they got thrown out. That's my friend Aquarian. That's Joy. That is Joy. Oh boy. Today, well, this morning I did a live. I didn't mean to. I meant to just set the camera up, or the phone up, has a live facing the dogs, so you could watch the dogs while I was getting ready. But then I popped in here to make sure that it was on, and then I saw people, so I sat down and talked. But I did that. Then I went to the laundromat. That took a while. After the laundry, I went to Kroger's to get a few groceries. Then I came home. Then I put some of the laundry away. Then I tended to all the animals. You know, that's an all-day thing. And then I did a few chores. Then I had to go back out for another errand. Then I came home. Then I changed the chicken's water, all their waters, gave them fresh water. Then I cooked something quick for supper. Then I took a shower. Then I got ready for church. On my way to church, I stopped by a friend's house to give them some fresh eggs. And they had a birthday card for me. I went over there. Okay, it's an older couple, and then their daughter, who's in her 50s, lives in Garland but works here in Wiley. And when she gets off work, she goes and visits her mom and dad. And they only live 3 minutes from me. And then they have a relative here from Mexico that I met a few weeks ago. And anyway, they are the ones, the elderly couple, he's the one that comes and weed eats my yard for me. And then the daughter, the one that's in her 50s, is the one that I gave those 4 chickens to, that man abandoned here in my yard. So anyway, I said, well, I'm on my way to church, and they live on my way. So I said, I'm going to drop off the eggs. And I went, and they were on their patio. And when I got out of the car, they started singing happy birthday to me, and they gave me a birthday card. That's wonderful. So what if my birthday was in August? I haven't had a chance to see them, and they haven't been up here, so that was nice. They were singing happy birthday, gave me a very nice card with a nice note in it that I will treasure. I'll stick it up there with those other cards. And then I went to church. Then I came home from church, and I locked up the chickens. They had all gone in. It was dark. And I did a head count. They were all in there. Locked them up. I put fresh water in there. Then Sadie and Monster had to go out for potty. They went out. Then I got some water here in my cup. Some nice cold water. Then I said, before I get ready for bed, I think I'll call up my friends and see what everyone's doing. You know me, I never schedule no lives. You never know when I'm gonna pop up. I'm glad I did, because look, I got to go through a whole stack of stuff that needed to be ripped up and needs to be put in the trash. And let's see, tomorrow, Friday, I don't have anything to do except my daily chores, but I don't have no appointments. I don't have to do groceries. I don't have to do laundry. So tomorrow I can start my friend's loaf cat. There was just no time today, but tomorrow there will be. See what I was telling you, Cindy? If you're still here, I'll show you. Atna. Terrible. So, I think I got another picture here. Let's see if it's close by. Oh yeah, right here. You want to see this blanket I made when I lived back home? I made it for a friend. Let me tell you about it. Oh. My friend favorite color is country rose. And so this was when I was part of a Granny Square exchange that no longer exists. There's other groups, but this particular group no longer exists. What you would do is you would make a Granny Square, 7 inches. Let's see if I can remember now. Okay, you emailed the administrator of the group. It was a Yahoo group. Remember Yahoo? And you gave your name and your address and your favorite color or colors, and how many squares you wanted to receive a month. Now, if you wanted to receive 12 squares a month, you also had to make 12 squares a month and send out. So, and this was like 18, 19 years ago. So I always did 4. I made 4 squares and I received 4 squares. So anyway, now it can be a regular traditional granny square, or you can put your preference any kind of square pattern, but just in this color. So I surprised my friend and I requested squares in country rose, and then also flower squares. In other words, the squares I wanted them to have a flower, like a rose in the middle or any kind of flower, right? There's lots of free patterns for that. And those could be any colors. So my plan to make my friend's blanket was one solid color country rose square, then a flower square, then country rose, then flower country rose, right? And of course, I would contribute to my friend's blanket too. And what people did, what we all did in the exchange was anytime we made a square, we sent a little tag with it, like our name and where we were from. And so when I got enough squares received and when I made my contribution, then I joined all the squares together and made a Afghan, and I put a border on it and gave it to my friend, and my friend cried. And here's a picture of it. I hope that you can see it. It is huge. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7-inch squares across. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 up. So, is that 77? I mean, it is big, but beautiful. Look here. Can you see it? Let me know what you think. And you can see the tags on them. But look at that. What do you think? And my friend still has it, treasures it. And when I say treasure, my friend actually has put it now in a treasure chest. What is this from Walmart? Oh, I need that because... Oh, thank you, Cindy. I got pictures of other blankets I've made too, and stories behind those. Yep. It's big, isn't it? 77, 7 across, and 11 up and down. So my friend would put it on her bed for like a bedspread and then take it off, you know, when she'd go to bed. And then she did that for a couple years. Then she... Hey, Steve, did you see that? And Steve, today's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, the latest, you should be getting your thing. Did you see that picture? Oh, you've been lurking, keeping an eye chat for you. Thank you. I don't have yet enough squares. I had it written down somewhere last time I counted, and you think I can find that piece of paper? I cannot. And I just went through a whole bunch of papers, but I wasn't looking for that. But, see, this is my problem. Look. Make sure there's nothing. Here's the picture again. No, I don't want to put that in the trash, but I always have a little notebook with me, right? There's one in the car, little notebook. And I'm always jotting things down. Now this has a lot of notes and things from when I'm preparing a Sunday school lesson for my class. But it does have, like when I have an appointment, it has some phone numbers. And I need to get back to how I used to be, very organized. That means I would need a notebook just for Sunday school things, a notebook or planner for doctor's appointments, things like that. Here's a joke I had written down. I told my kids, Sunday school kids, what side of a tree has the most leaves? Every now and then I tell them a corny joke. They love it. What side of a tree has the most leaves? You ready for the answer? Oh, thank you, Steve. The answer is the outside. The outside of the tree has the most leaves. I told you. But they love it. Every now and then a little jokey. So yeah. Oh, the blanket. Thank you. Now, I got some others, but I don't know if they're in this drawer. I don't know. I showed that picture of when I was in Puerto Rico. What is this? I just found this stamp, but I don't know if it's any good. I do want to one day show you this other blanket. Oh, here it is. I might have talked about this blanket before. It's too late to talk about it tonight, but I'm going to leave it out. I'm going to keep it out. Now look at this receipt I saved from June 3rd. I was gonna say June 3rd, 1920. Let's need go out. June 3rd, 2020. 4 years ago. Why did I save it? I mean, I know why I saved it, but why have I saved it for 4 years? And what do? I put it back in my pile. Oh, thank you. Some people make fun of my voice, but they don't realize, and I don't have to explain it over and over, but they don't realize when you have the brainstem disease, you know, I went years and years with the brainstem sinking, falling down before I had that brain surgery. And it presses on this optical nerve. It did damage. I have a scar in that eye because of it. And the Chiari affects everyone different when the brain is sinking. There are people that have lost their hearing from the Chiari, from their brain sinking. For me, it affected my voice, sinking down, pressing on nerves and things, and it damaged my right eye a little bit. Some people are just so quick to judge, you know? Now look at this. I don't know if someone sent me these. But these are little sticky notepads. A yarn ball cactus, a sweater, and a alpaca. And they're little sticky notes. Now why am I going through this drawer tonight? I'm not gonna go through it tonight, but I think one day maybe it will be tomorrow, I'll do a video of cleaning out those drawers. I can't do it tonight because, first of all, I need to bring in a trash bag, and then I need some other kind of container for if it's mail that I'm gonna keep, and then if it's not mail, if it's whatever, until I put it back in the drawers. And in fact, I mentioned this morning. This is September. I wish I could remember the date. I'm gonna have to look it up, but it's towards the end of the month when I had brain surgery, and I believe it was 2014 that I had brain decompression surgery, where they had to cut my skull to make room for my brain, and they now they either took out my tonsils or they cut the tonsils down. I forget. I gave them permission to do whatever they needed to do. I already know I had my adenoids out when I was a kid. I had tubes in my ears when I was a kid. And my mother, you could have your adenoids out or your tonsils. My mother told them take my adenoids, so they took my adenoids. When it came time for brain surgery, they mentioned something about my tonsils. They might have taken them out. I don't know. I had a really nice neurosurgeon. Brain surgery is nothing to, nothing to just jump at. You gotta, well, me, I really prayed about it. And see, when I lived back home, there was a neurologist I had, not a very good one, and he sent me to a neurosurgeon. I went to the neurosurgeon to discuss brain decompression surgery. Well, when I went to check out, and he had a nurse come in that appointment, which was unusual to me. And the nurse was writing things down. And when I left the appointment and went to check out, the scheduling person, when I was checking out, she says, so when would you like to schedule the surgery? I said, I wouldn't. She said, oh, there's notes here from the nurse that was in your consultation saying that you agreed to the surgery and the surgeon wants to set a date. I said, I never agreed. I never signed anything saying I agreed to it. This was just a consult, to get information and ask questions. And that was a red flag. That neurosurgeon was too quick, too anxious to, cut my skull and make room for my brain. And I just felt so uneasy. I said, I'm not going under the knife with him. So, and that turned me off from wanting to see any other neurosurgeon back home. It really turned me off. How are they gonna say you agreed and get ready to schedule you when you hadn't even signed anything? No. So I waited and prayed and prayed and prayed. And when I moved down here to Texas, I came here in 2011, February 2011. I got a great neurologist, and I was suffering terrible before the brain surgery. One time I had a migraine for 6 days straight. In fact, that's how I got the neurologist. I hadn't been here that long in Texas. I got really sick and had that migraine 6 days straight. 911 had to be called because my eye swelled. I forget which eye, but one of my eyes swelled. And there was a concern for water on the brain. So 911 was called, and I was brought to the ER. Anyway, God sent me a wonderful nurse in the ER who was familiar with Chiari malformation. So many people are not familiar with it. In the medical field, you'd be surprised, they're not. But she was, and she said to me, do you have a neurologist? And I said, no, I've not been here long enough yet to get, even a primary doctor. She said, I feel like I know just the right neurologist for you. Sure enough, she somehow, God used her to hook me up with the neurologist that I have today. 13 years. Thank you, Jesus, for my neurologist. My neurologist is the one that referred me to the neurosurgeon down in Dallas that did the brain surgery. So I'm telling you, when you live for God and you walk by faith, God takes care of you. He directs your paths, and He'll put people in your way to take care of you. Sure will. So, I remember the day of the brain surgery. Is anyone still here? I don't know who's here. They get you prepped up and everything. And I was laying there in the bed, prepped up, ready to be wheeled away. And my landlord was there, and another friend was there. And then the surgeon came in to tell me that in a few minutes I would be wheeled away. And my landlord said to the surgeon, well, that gives us a few minutes to pray for him, and we'd like to pray for you too. Oh, the neurosurgeon was so thankful. And so I got prayed for, the neurosurgeon got prayed for, anyone walking into my room got prayed for, but no one else walked in because it wasn't really in a room per se, it was just, the prep. Well, after my landlord and the other friend had prayed for me, and we prayed for the neurosurgeon left. And, okay, Cindy, thank you. Glad you're still here. And I remember the door was open. You could see out into the hallway. And some people had walked by, and I still see it so clear in my head. A lady had her head in her hands, just crying like a baby. And another lady was holding her. And then some other people behind that couple. And the anesthesiologist came in to me, and he talked to me a few minutes, to tell me what he was going to do and all that. And then he said, one of us, maybe me, asked what happened out there. Or my landlord might have asked what happened out there. And the anesthesiologist, they can't say too much because of HIPAA, but did say, well, that family just got some very bad news about a family member in the next room that has to do with the brain. And oh boy, so sad, so sad. But let me tell you, then a few minutes later, my landlord and the other friend had to leave, and the anesthesiologist and a tech came and wheeled me down to the operating room. If I did not have God in my life, I wouldn't have had no peace. I would have been tormented because I would have been thinking about that family's member not getting such good news, and oh God, what are they gonna find when they get into my brain? And all kinds of things would have been running through my head, but I didn't. I felt terrible for that family. I did. But for my situation, God gave me such peace, such peace. Um, I had no fear, no fear to have the brain surgery. It just seemed like God's hand of peace just covered me, and God took care of me, and I'm so thankful. And it's made a difference. The brain decompression surgery's made a difference. It was not the cure. There's no cure for Chiari outside of God. But the brain decompression does give relief. Now, I still get migraines. In fact, I just got over a 3-day migraine. Today, I woke up migraine and headache free. Hallelujah. But the last 3 days, it was migraine, straight migraine. And it has to do with the change in our weather. That barometric pressure, ooh, when it changes, I feel it. I feel it days before. It'll start messing up with my brainstem problem. But the migraines are not as frequent as before the brain surgery, so it made a difference. The brain, when it was sinking down and so big from my skull, it was actually cutting off blood flow. I was having to go real often for blood flow tests. It was cutting off blood flow. All those years, God's hand was on me. I'll tell you, anything could have happened. A stroke. So many people that have Chiari have suffered a stroke. So many. And you know what? If I have a stroke tonight, God is still God. It's never going to change who God is. No matter what we go through, it cannot change who God is. God is God. He's forever the same. It is just so peaceful to put your trust in God, knowing that, oh God, no matter what I go through, you don't change. We change. Friends change. But God never changes. We can trust Him. And to me, it's such a comfort to know. And I'm at the point in life now that I never really did say, God, I need to know why. Why am I got this brainstem disease and this spinal cord disease? Why can't I work 40 hours anymore like I used to? I had a good job. I took care of people. I was a nurse's aide. I was a home health aide. I was caring for people. That's a good job. It's an important job. And I never really did think, well, God, what did I do wrong that now I'm so afflicted that I can't do those things? Maybe sometimes I would, wonder about it, but there was a time that I wondered, I will say, and I felt like God gave me a word. I felt like God dropped something in my heart and let me to know that God, for me, has allowed this brainstem disease, this spinal cord disease, this bone issue that I have. I'm telling you, this is what I felt like God dropped in my heart. That God has allowed these afflictions for me because He knows that He can trust me to trust Him through it all. That no matter what, God, I'm going to trust you. Just like Job in the Bible said, though He slay me, yet will I trust Him. And that's really how I feel. And God knows that. And I feel like that's why God's allowed it. A lot of people say God never puts more on us than we can bear. But I don't find that in the Bible. If that was the case, we wouldn't need God because we could bear it all, right? Hey, God gives us heavy loads so that we can turn to Him. And some people don't turn to Him. They choose, I mean, let's be real. Let's be transparent, because you know that's how I am. When some people get so burdened down with life and overwhelmed, um, instead of turning to God, they turn to other things. They turn to everything else the world has to offer, except the world don't offer God, right? And some of them get into such bondage. All those things are just bondage. Those drugs and drinking and fighting, wanting to be angry, and just someone looks at you sideways and you just want to take them out of this world. It happens. Um, all that stuff. And then the ones that unalive themselves, God have mercy. Um, and so, do we say, well, God don't give us more than we can bear? Yes, he does. He sure does, because he wants us to turn to him. Bible says, cast all your cares on him, because he cares for us. It also says that with every temptation, God will make a way of escape. If we're, you know what? If we're looking for it, if we're trusting him. And so, he has to be everything. He has to be. And he is all that we need. Yeah. That's how it is. Bible also says that his grace is sufficient. Part of the big problem is people don't get out their Bible and wipe the dust off it and start reading it. They don't. If you're going through something, God said, my grace is sufficient, no matter what the problem is. Oh, thanks, Cindy. I'm going to have to go too. I need to throw this pile of papers I went through with you away. And I got to do a few things. Oh, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Just relaxing. Do my chores and then relax. Hallelujah. So, thank you all for coming. I don't know who's still here, but thanks for coming and all your comments. And I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you probably tomorrow. So have a good night. I can never end it. Doesn't want to end. Can you believe that, Steve? It don't want to end.